Okay, here we are, early in the morning. Gonna head out with the BushCat. Got her here on the east end, taking off to the west. And it only takes just a few seconds to get her hopped in the air. A little fast forward to the end of the runway there. You can see where we got all these trees cut out. It makes it so much nicer. You can just climb right up through the cutting the trees. And I headed around the corner, and Lydia was out there spreading. I said, yeah, let me drop down and wave to her. So she's out there top dressing on the meadow there. She was waving, I was waving. That was pretty neat. You can see this big field. I could land here easy. Went over to Nancy's house and put the shadow on them for them. Did another separate video for them, but I love chasing my shadow down across the ground here, and I couldn't resist with the sun coming up in the east to give you a look at it this way. You see on the end where we've worked it quite good, cutting the trees off, and right here on the right, a little chandelle to the right, and I'm clearing that out right there so that we can do that. We come out with the Cessna, be able to chandelle right off that right side there. So here we are. Went over to Charlie's and overflying that, and there's hit some wild turkeys right there. And that's why it's always important to take a look at your field before you commit to landing, because it wouldn't have been good to land in the turkeys there. Villages at the Turning Stone right here. Every campsite is booked right through to this fall. We were talking the other day about that, and they're booked right solid. That's hard to believe. But in any case, went up to Pat Cowen's, and this field was wicked rough the last time I landed, but you can see they got me a little runway fitted off nice right there on the angle. You can see it good, so I have to get up there a little later. I went back home. This is fast forward. Look at how long this train is. It took me a full minute to get from the front of the train to the back of the train. I'm doing 90, the train's doing 40. That's 2 miles a minute. So this train was 2 miles long, which is amazing. So went over to Fritz Shears's, which is right there the other side of the railroad tracks. You can see I'm coming in from the other way. I know I can land across the road, but I want to drag the field here to get a good look at it. And you'll notice it looks like there's a cut in the hedgerow here. But right here where the circle is, right there, there was a little twig sticking up that would have been bad to hit. So, but I come down in, I come around, and you can see we always go like on an angle across the furrows, because if you try to go straight across, it's rough. But I didn't want to land there because the corn stalks were too high. But I've actually landed out behind the barn here. I showed you that last year. Right out behind the barn right here on the left-hand side. I actually landed in that field before, and it's quite a bit bigger on the other side of the road. So, but headed back home, across Smith Road. Wind was blowing out of the west. You can see it's clouding up because our shadow is very light now. A little fast forward to the landing, but hope you enjoyed the ride around the block this morning. Rained this afternoon, so I'm glad we went in the morning.